to my channel. And today, first of all, if this video is not giving energy, it's because I'm exhausted. It's the end of the day. It's around 5:39, almost 6. But nikajiambia, if I don't sit down and make this video, because it's something that happened today, I'll forget the details later, or the impact wouldn't be impacting as it should. So I'm going to tell you a story that happened today and at my workplace. Why are people so self-sabotaging? I don't think we know when we are self-sabotaging, but anyway. So I work in a physiotherapy clinic, and I was wrapping up for the day around 4 o'clock. I was like, okay, tumemalizana. Na by tumemalizana ni nini, because the doc wasn't there. He had gone to see a home patient. So there was nothing else for me to do at the clinic. So I was wrapping it up and then I go home. Kidogo, a patient I know comes in and he was like, do I go in? Because usually akiingia, I'm like, doc is ready for you, you can go in. But I was confused. Ziles are like, we didn't book an appointment for today. Actually, I was like, did we book an appointment for today? He was looking at me like, I usually come Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Now you have to understand, this is a patient who comes at around 4, sometimes 5. So anakujanga majioni, na akikuja usually mi natoka. So daktari anafaa kuwa ameandika kwa diary like the next time he's coming. And he didn't tell me that this particular patient is coming on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Otherwise, I would have blocked that time. So today is a Wednesday, and he's like, do I go in? And I'm thinking, oh my God, the daktari wasn't in. He was somewhere else seeing another patient. So I'm like, yo, okay, sikumwambia hivyo, but I was like, did you book an appointment for today? He was like, yeah, I come on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I was like, I'm so sorry, but Daktari isn't here today. He went to see another patient and he forgot to write in the diary. I was like, my sincere apologies. Let me just find out where he is. Labda amemalizana na huyo patient mwingine ndio akuje. He was like, the doctor should pay me. I assume he was saying it as a joke because I smiled a bit. I don't know, maybe he was pissed, I don't know. So he was like, no, and he started walking away. So I was like, and Friday is, now this particular patient for Friday alikuwa amebukiwa a month before kwa slot ya huyu. So there's nothing we could have done. So I was like, and Friday, can you come in at maybe 30 minutes before, around 3:30? He was like, no, I cannot. And he was like, I will just find another person. And I was like, you. That escalated quickly and he left. But before he left, I was like, I'm so sorry. My sincere apologies. I truly apologize, because putting myself in his shoes, I was like, oh my God, nimetoka kazi, nimekuja appointment, and then the doc isn't in. I would be disappointed for sure. But here is where the self-sabotage comes in. I think he threw things out of proportion. I don't know, as human beings, how we decide to self-sabotage ourselves, but this is a good case of it, because let me tell you, where Daktari has gotten this man from in terms of rehabilitation, it has been a work in progress, na amekuwa akikuwa better and better, getting better and better every day. Like you can see, the treatment is helping him. Now, if this Daktari was inconsistent in that he doesn't come in, or anam disappoint a bit too many times, then his reaction would have been warranted. Zile za like, this is like the third time he's doing this, surely, okay, wacha niende nitafute mtu mwingine. But you have to keep in mind, Doc has never disappointed this guy again. This was the first time he made the mistake of not writing in the diary, or even letting me know that this particular patient comes in Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Ili ata mimi, I take the initiative to block that slot. So you have to keep in mind, this is the first mistake that has happened to this guy. And sometimes, and his first reaction is like, forget about it, I will find another person. I was like, whoa. It actually took me aback, because I was like, why are you self-sabotaging yourself? In his mind, maybe he thought zile za like, he'll get the Daktari back by not bringing his money to him. You get? Zile za like, wacha nitafute mtu mwingine, ili Daktari feels the impact of that. But guy, I'm so sorry to disappoint you. Genuine doctors actually want you to get well. That's the thing. Genuine doctors want you to get well. So in this case, you've been getting better and better and better, but you decide to throw it away. And let me tell you for a fact, it is not as easy as you might think to get another great physiotherapist out there. It's not as easy as you might think. In my mind, I was like, why are you self-sabotaging yourself? Because you are the one who is actually losing. It is not Daktari who will lose, because by the end of the week, these slots will have been filled. But why are you self-sabotaging yourself? I didn't get it, but again I got it, because it baffled me to the extent I had to think to myself, Zileza, have I ever done something like this? Yani ilinishtua mpaka nikaanza ku self-internalize zile za like, wait, am I like this sometimes? Do I behave like this? Do I throw things out of proportion? Chances are yes. Chances I've done it. But this is the first time like I'm stepping outside of myself and I'm observing it. If it wasn't my position, if I was a friend to this guy, I'd be like, hey, you guy, first of all, umetoka mbali na huyu daktari. Secondly, anakusaidia. So, and one, it's one mistake. Why is it that we don't give other human beings grace and patience? Because we seek perfection in other people, which we don't even have in ourselves. Because people do make mistakes. Sorry to burst your bubble, but people do make mistakes. And more than one mistake, over and over again. It's almost like it's the equivalent of having a spouse and your spouse makes one mistake. Granted, the magnitude of the mistake is important in this situation. But in this case, I was like, the magnitude of the mistake and the reaction were not telling. He overreacted in my, he overreacted, that's what I think. It's the equivalent of having a spouse making one mistake, which is not that bad, but the other one is like, this is it, I'm done. And it's one mistake. This is it, I'm done. This spouse has never done any other mistakes, and it blew my mind. Mimi, Acha nikwambie, it blew my mind. Nikajita mkutano nikajiambia, by the way Amanda, imagine be patient with people. Imagine give others grace that you would want to be given, because you're not perfect. One day you will make mistakes and you will want others to give you grace and be patient with you. So kumbuka, like I have intentionally decided to be more patient with people and give them more grace. The thing is, guys, imagine control your emotions. If you're able to control your emotions, my goodness, utaenda mbali. Excuse me. Because best believe it, not many people know how to control their emotions. These emotions inatokanga kwa mashida. Let me tell you, you can blow things out of proportion, and at the end you will be the loser. Which I know this is that case. And especially if someone has apologized, because after that I called Doc and told him the situation, and he was like, oh no, I'm so sorry, but sasa tufanye aje? Because I told him, yeah, I apologized on your behalf, I apologized on my behalf, on everyone's behalf, but he was like, yo, I am done. So Doc was understanding and was like, it's okay, we can't do anymore, it's okay. But please, guys, please don't self-sabotage yourself. There are situations that, especially when dealing with human beings, you have to learn how to deal with human beings. And dealing with human beings, you have to be patient. You have to be a bit more patient, and also understanding that human beings disappoint. They are not perfect. We are not perfect. Human beings disappoint, and that disappointment will come sooner or later. But how will you handle it? You know, how will you handle that disappointment? Because I assume maybe in his mind he was like, either Daktari doesn't care about me enough. There was an element of pride and arrogance in being like, I will look for someone else. There was an element of pride. And let me tell you, pride has done nothing for anyone. In the past, nor in the future. Learn to control your emotions. From today onwards, onwards, intentionally, I just try, when I'm disappointed, why do I keep saying that? When I'm disappointed, I usually tell myself, you know what? These things happen. It's life at the end of the day. But sasa kwani nitajiharibia siku ama nitajiharibia maisha, or just because of this one incident? Imagine, no. So guys, I don't want this video me wanza tu kuongea 1 minute na iona ni 14 minutes. I'm like, what the heck happened? My takeaway from this lesson, and that's why I've decided to share it with you guys, is 1, people do make mistakes. 2, learn how to forgive. 3, give others grace and patience. 4, please learn how to control your emotions. And 5, don't self-sabotage. Just don't self-sabotage, especially when you have a good thing going. Don't allow your ego or your pride or arrogance to get in the way of something that you're benefiting from. At the end of the day, you'll be the loser. So, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you've taken away something from this. A tiny, even if it's a tiny lesson, I hope you've taken something from this. Please subscribe to my channel. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Nawapenda sana, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.